What up? What up? What up? Welcome to the mail room. Wait. I'm sorry. We're not live right now. I apologize. We because it's Super Bowl Sunday. Okay, it's Super Bowl Sunday. What you want us to do? What? You want us to just go live while the game is on? There's gonna be 100 million people watching the Super Bowl. Ain't nobody gonna watch us. So what we did do, we created the show beforehand. And that way we can premiere it to you right now. So what you're seeing right now is the premiered version of the Mailroom Show, season 3, episode number 16. But the live chat is available. You can be live with us in the chat. So while you're watching the show, get your popcorn ready, enjoy the show before the Super Bowl start, and participate in the live chat. I'm telling you, it's going to be a fire show. And also, the Mailroom Show podcast is on Spotify and iHeartRadio. Stop playing with us. Follow us on Spotify, follow us on iHeartRadio, and get it cracking with your boys, okay? Until then, enjoy the show. I'm out. Peace.
Moment you move, you need somebody else to validate it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the trip I'm on, and just start panning the outside because you want to pose because you're painting a picture. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to paint a picture about you and your character and your lifestyle. And none of this could be real at all if nobody know you like that. They just watching it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so now the fact that you think you need to do it, so you do it like that. And then if you're a 9-to-5 cubicle person, you see all this lifestyling going on. And the moment you start lifestyling, you post that too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you need it. See, that's the problem.
Yeah. You need it.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to do it, have fun with it, that's fine. That's what it started for. But now people took it to a extreme level. And I said everything is extreme in this world we live in. Yep. They took social media to extreme. Now we actually need to do that? We don't need to do that.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Yeah, I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey, ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra. Work with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on it and next. Whip this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Yeah. Oh shoot, they don't let me shoot a whole clip. Firepower in this coalition. We just turned the field into a demolition. It was desolate, but I had premonition. I was training for war, every exhibition, every extra mission, every enemy listening. Get off my dick, I got bad intentions. Make it right every wrong, and I'm back with a vengeance. I show you the ropes. Peace in my town, I can show you the coast. Up in the shots if they wanted to smoke. If you know, then you know. Suited up, my whole team do the same. Don't you forget who created the game. Ready for war, I was born with grenades. The trenches where soldiers are made. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever.
What up? What up? What up? Welcome to the Maleroom Show. What up? What up? What up? Let's go. It's my job to introduce the group. We got my man Rollo in the building. Yo, my man JB couldn't make it tonight, but we got my man JB the Jan still a part of the show. Let's go. I'm your boy Tay Biz, man. You know what we like to do all the time, right? You gonna let that beat drop. My drink. On my drink. On my drink.
On my drink.
Let's go. On my drink.
On my drink. What's going on, man?
Yo. What's going on, dog? What's going on, man? Everybody, welcome
on
to
my drink. Hey,
on my
don't
drink.
change that.
Hey, dog.
That's staple. That's staple for however many seasons we do this show. That's staple.
That's staple, dog.
That's staple.
Hey, I got it every single time, dog. I gotta let it be
Staple.
known.
You gotta say. I'm gonna remind you if you don't in the meeting too. So just be prepared.
Like you didn't say on my drink this time.
You didn't say
yeah.
my drink, bro. You can be like, what? Man, we got more important stuff to talk about, man.
For sure, dog.
I told you.
Hey, man. Yo, everybody, welcome to the Maleroom Show. These are your boys, Tay Biz, and this is Rollo. And JB couldn't make it tonight, but we good, though. We still going to move forward in the show.
We're going to hold it down for our boy.
Hold it down for my main. All right, look. So, yo, man, you know, we want to go ahead and start the show a lot of times with the funny, so let's go ahead and do that right now, all right? Yo, man, you know, Super Bowl Sunday, man. You know, it is what it is. I know it's a lot of salt, man. But there was a lot of salt. I feel you, but there was somebody, man. There was somebody that came to our defense, though. You know what I'm saying? It was somebody that came to our defense, man. Just check him out real quick, all right?
Okay.
Dave Campbell need to be fired. You can't be that motherfucking aggressive. When you cost your team a win like this, B. Mickey rolling over in his grave right now. Do you hear me? I don't care. Detroit fans, y'all don't deserve this. Y'all don't deserve it. David Ruffin's rolling over in his grave right now.
David Ruffin.
Smokey Robinson rolling over in his living room right now.
Detroit Legends,
dog.
Ain't no way. Y'all up 24/7. Y'all motherfuckers can't pull it off.
Oh man.
Don't start that motherfucking crying. Don't start that crying. Should have played better. Look at Detroit Lions fan crying. Boy, I hate to watch this.
Oh man.
No, man.
Oh
Henry
Ford.
Rolling over in carports right now, man.
Rolling over in carport. I love it. I love that dude. That dude is hilarious, bro.
Oh, Baby Dub, man. Shout out to Baby Dub, man. Yo,
that dude
man.
is hilarious. Yeah, man. Hey, that was dope. I love it. Like I said, I told y'all that week. I love Dan Campbell, but yeah, we gotta take that. But yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of the Maleroom Show. My brother Tay Busy in the building again. Our brother JB could not make it, so we're gonna hold it down for our dude. So y'all know how we do, man. We're gonna do the ceremonial toast. Get your drinks, your water, your juice, your liquor, whatever you got, man. We're gonna do the ceremonial toast right now. So with that being said, we have come together once again for conversation and camaraderie, discussing topics relevant to men in society today. As always, I'm honored to be here with my brethren, and we appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. So get your drinks in the air, and I'm going to do it like this as we
embark
on another round table that has become the Maleroom show. Let us never ever forget the foundation that is our Trinity. Salute.
Salute, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Good show today. Some really good topics, man. I think we're gonna dive into some really good conversation, as always. But in particular, I'm looking forward to this show. So we're gonna dive right into it, man. We're gonna get into topic number one. But before we do, we got a clip, man. Y'all check this out real quick.
Pop the balloon to reject the girl.
My name's Dr. Elam. I'm 38 years old, and I pop my balloon just because you're simply too young.
I mean, if you change your mind, I'm open to it, though.
Why would you be open to it?
Because you're handsome, for
Sure.
one.
So you only like me because I'm beautiful.
Just like I'm beautiful.
Yeah, but that's not why I would only like you.
So why would you like me? Because you didn't answer that.
Because you can bring something and add something to my life. But because you're a liability, you can't add anything to my life.
Right.
Man. That was Z. And from that video, we have come with the topic liabilities and dating, busy. Liabilities and dating. What's considered a liability? What do we look for? In that particular video, what stood out to me, and to all the viewers, I hope that you caught it. It sounded like he based it off what her interest was in him and what she based it on. To him, that was a liability. And from what I got from that is her mindset is a liability. Her way of even just that initial approach is a liability to him, man. So what liabilities in dating, bro? What you think, man? What are some for you? What are some you look for? What do you consider some liabilities in dating, bro?
Yeah, you hit one on the head though. It's about the mentality, you know. If there isn't enough substance in a woman, then then that could lead to liabilities all day. You know, it's like, a liability doesn't add anything. It's all, everything is an expense. You know what I'm saying? So even an expense with your mindset, it's like being with somebody who doesn't have, let's say for instance, you're with someone and they don't operate in a common sense type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? And they would be a liability in that aspect because you have to do all the thinking, you have to do all of the, you have to make up for that gap. You know what I'm saying? And it can become exhausting. If you keep paying for something that doesn't bring or add value to you, no reciprocation, it becomes exhausting. And so my man's in the video, when he popped the balloon, and I remember seeing that video before too, because I remember seeing like the beginning part where they kind of mentioned who she was a little bit. She kind of like gave her spiel on what she's looking for in a guy and all that kind of stuff. And then he popped the balloon like instantly because he knew that, okay, if I wanted a woman to add some value to my life, then this woman wouldn't be it, and it reminded me of the episode we had last week about the if factor. And you said something that was on point, dog. You said something about the fact that a woman would even deal with certain things if it would lower her standard. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't have certain social character or social skills, or he doesn't open the car door and stuff like that. But I deal with it if he's cute or if he's handsome, lowering the standard. This is flipped around, this is flipped around because a guy would do the same thing. Like, man, I would do this if, if she fine, I do that, what I'm saying? Even though it's a liability, what I'm saying? So his thing is he seems like in this video, he's in a place in his life where he doesn't want a liability in a relationship. He wants an asset. He wants something that's going to appreciate over time, where it increases in value. And if the mindset, and if it's not there preemptively, then you can't expect it at the end. I mean, my God, how many times you're going to have to think for this person? How many times you're going to have to, come up with ideas for this person to become better on their own? Like at that point, it's like, dude, I'm doing everything on one end. I'm not receiving nothing on the other end. So everything is just exhausting me. It's exhausting me. My energy is exhausted. My mind is exhausted. My soul, my spirit is exhausted. It's like I got to continue to make them laugh. I got to continue to make them this. And it's like just to have some type of camaraderie, even in a dating aspect. Like even in a dating aspect, if you with someone, a young lady, and y'all out and about, and I'm doing all the entertaining, I'm doing all the coming up with the conversation, I'm doing all the making you laugh, I'm doing all the, bringing up a topic that would be good for a conversation in a date, and they're giving me nothing in return. It's like, that's a liability. Now I have to pay for a meal and I had a bad experience with this person. You know what I'm saying? And so in that instance, that could be a liability in the dating scene. I've had a blind date before. I had okay, when I live in Indy, right? And so there was a couple in my building. They was like, man, this one young lady and her man, right? I used to go outside, listen to old school music, smoke a cigar, and have a drink in my car, chill, right? Grown man.
I think you told me this,
yeah. And then this chick was like, she was on the phone with her girl, and her girl was like, yo, I got the perfect guy for you, blah blah blah, whatever, right? And then she came through and told me, hey, this guy is a good guy, you know what I'm saying? He be to himself, blah blah blah, whatever. And I seen her on her phone, you know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, how you doing? It was on FaceTime or whatever. So I said, hey, how you doing? She was decent looking, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And so we talked on the phone for about, a little bit. And then I was like, yo, let's meet at this place called the District Tap. So we met at called the District Tap. It's like a bar restaurant, you know what I'm saying? And so we get there and everything like that. And it was a terrible time, you know what I'm saying? It was like what it was, but it was a terrible time. And I didn't go into it looking for a terrible time either. It just became that. She gave me some story about her old relationship with a guy, and it seemed like she was a side piece to her husband, and the woman who was the wife was checking her instead of him, and all this kind of stuff. It was a very drama-filled story, and instead of her taking accountability on her piece in the story, she blamed everything on him, and so like, okay, I know what to expect from this type of young lady, you know what I'm saying? I know what to expect from this young lady, and then plus, even when we were sitting down having dinner or whatever the case be, or actually it was like more of a lunch brunch type of thing. Even when we was doing that, she was very, very like requesting little small things that didn't matter and making the waitress work more than what they needed to for small stuff, insignificant things, and our conversation wasn't really on point. The chemistry just wasn't there. Nothing against a young lady. I went to the restroom. I told myself, I said, myself say, I say, look, I'm gonna go ahead and end this date, and I'm gonna go ahead and pay for the rest of the date, and then let her know, like, it's been to have a good time, but I'm gonna get ready to go, and I'm gonna pay for the date, left a tip, the whole nine. And that was a liability, but I paid the expense on it for that time. And I said, you know what? At that point, moving forward, we didn't talk that much. Yeah. So, and that's okay to have those type of things, but that's a liability. I could tell you don't take accountability. I could tell that you're very, very picky and needy. I could tell that you have more requests than you should, and it's very small things. You kind of that's a little petty to me. So it's like those things right there that I would value in substance wise. I know that there is a lack there. So I'm not going to, move forward knowing that me and her wouldn't have no chemistry. So I paid for the date, left it there, left the tip, and left it right where it was. So even in a dating aspect, you can still have some liability moments, because that's the whole point. You never know until you actually with the person. You never know until then. So yeah, that's my little experience too.
Right, and I think to really go along with your point, just kind of being set with your standards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being set with your awareness of what you expect and hope out of a relationship, with somebody. It opens your eyes to those liabilities. It opens your eyes to what you could lose. You know what I mean? And not what you could lose like in a selfish way, just thinking about yourself like, man, if I do this girl gonna take this, or this dude gonna take that. It's just being in perfect alignment with your standards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like going back to the video, my man seemed very at peace with himself.
Yeah, that's true.
Very at peace with himself and what he expects. He wasn't disrespectful to the young lady. Because initially, bro, when I saw the video, I'm thinking it was just about her age. You know what I mean? But then I heard her response to him, like she was surprised that he popped the balloon. So
Yeah.
he was so in tune with himself and understanding of himself and his expectations. So once he started to hear her speak,
Yeah.
that's when like this she gonna be a liability.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just off
Yeah.
rip. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
think just being at peace with your standards. And they're not for everybody, you know. And I think one thing that we gotta remember, everybody is not for everyone. It's okay.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
it's okay to point out something that you see detrimental for yourself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I don't like people who think that you're wrong for wanting what you want. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that I think that's one thing you got to remember. Everybody's not for you. Pinpoint
Right.
those liabilities. Think about what's going to disturb your peace. Think about what you can possibly lose on a
Yeah.
consistent basis if you decide to invest time in a person.
Yeah.
Look out for that stuff, man. And you
Mhm.
know, it's not just financial. Like you like Busy said, it's mental, it's it could be spiritual, it could be a lot of things
Mhm.
that you're not
Yeah.
willing to mark as a liability for yourself, and it's perfectly fine.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's perfectly fine. I think that we everybody, especially at the age me, you, and JB are, we got to pinpoint those type of things and
Mhm.
be okay with it. Yeah,
Right.
she may be beautiful. We've had a couple good conversations, but like you went on that date.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna be it.
Yeah. Yeah.
She gonna be a liability. I don't like the way
Yeah.
she talk to people. I don't like the way
Yeah.
she acting.
Yeah.
This is a liability to my peace.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
This is a liability to my standard. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's fine to have standards. Only time I think having standards is a problem is when you feel that it gives you one up on people. Like my standards are this, and this is where it
Mhm.
has to be. No.
Mhm.
I'm just talking about standards as far as your logical expectations of what
Yeah.
you like when you invest in time in somebody. You know what
Yeah.
I
So
mean?
the non arrogant approach to
Yes,
it, to the
the
standard.
non-arrogance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfectly put. Just non-arrogant. We're
Yeah.
not here about arrogance. You know what I mean? And
Right.
and especially in that, because you know I'm sure you've seen, bro. It's a lot of little videos of people doing like situations like that where it's one female and a whole bunch of dudes and one dude and a whole
Yeah.
bunch of females. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not really with those. I don't really like them because I don't think everybody's in the same. I don't think everybody's 100% in their own mindset because
Mhm.
you're affected or influenced by the other people there, I believe. But
Mhm.
in that one, my man was he was so logical. His
Yeah.
demeanor was right on point. Like you really would have. It really looked like it was just him and her there, and I think
Yeah.
it took her for a loop. You
Yeah.
know you know what I mean? So because and then like I said, when that word liability came up, I thought it was about her age, but
Mhm.
he was so keen
Yeah.
and he caught right on to how she was speaking, man. So that was dope.
Yeah.
And we
It,
got to
it,
be
it
able to pinpoint that stuff out.
for sure. Like it's a part. I think, you know, because I remember seeing the whole. The more we talk about it, I remember the whole video. That it was on Instagram at one point, but I think he's a doctor
Okay.
actually, and you know, when she was talking though, I was like, ooh wee. And when he popped the balloon, he was like the first one to do it, and then he talked about further on after that part of the clip. It talks about him being a doctor and all that kind of stuff. He mentioned that, but I think age, just to pinpoint it, because you know that was a part of.
Yeah.
It could be a part of a liability. I don't think it's the main reason
Right.
why
Right.
a person, you know, a woman or a man could be a liability. I mean, there are some young people, and when I say young people, I'm talking about 25 to 30. You know, I would say 22 to 28
Mm-hmm.
as far as young people that like they good. They got their head on straight. They kind of focus a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like they just looking for that one. They may be focused on career and all that kind of stuff, but when it comes to personal relationship thing, they trying things. You know, they're looking to see what I like, what I don't like, what I need, what I don't need. And so it depends on what place you are in your life. Yeah, you know, age could be, but it also for a man, if a woman is younger and then she is more settled, more, I would say, mature and things of that
Yeah.
nature, and compliments him, even though he's a little older, she could be an asset, you know, because of the fact that she can have kids, she can, you know, do all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? She'll be able to raise kids, be a mom, you know, and then she won't then and then it'll be a compliment to his life, even in that sense, but since we're speaking logically, as well. Like logically, a man that's 40, 41, 44, if he was to date a younger woman, 27, 28, 29, whatever, you know, hey, it's people out here doing that.
Yep.
And he wants kids, you know, that would be an asset for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If a man is in a position where he is that age, but he don't want kids, then an older woman would be that particular, you know, she would be more ideal. You know, he like, man, I don't want no kids. She like, I don't want no kids either. I just want to have a relationship. I want to be happy. I want to, you know, grow older with a man that I love and be a wife. Okay, fine. Then they can have a life together. You know what I'm saying? According to the church, they won't be living in sin. You know what I'm saying? They'll be married. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm just saying, like pinpointing all the factors that would be a logical reason why a man would be with a woman that's younger if he wants kids. If he's old, if he's a little older, you know, if he still wants kids. If he don't, then it wouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So, and if he made peace with that with himself, then that's his peace with it, you know. And I like you said, that man was at peace with who he was and who he is. Like, yo, I know what I like, don't like. I know what I need, don't need. You little cute thing, you little slim thicky, but you know what? Slim thicky, nah. I'm gonna have to put you. I'm gonna have to pass on you. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, well, you might change your mind. You know, in other words, I think I can make you change your mind. And what does that normally mean? You know, how you gonna change my mind, young lady? Huh? Exactly. Is it through conversation or I don't know?
This conversation ain't going too good, right?
Because this conversation part ain't going too well. Maybe you could change my mind in other ways. So, you know,
that's I'm pretty sure that's what she was.
I'm pretty sure that's where she was going with that. Yeah.
She was insinuating.
Yeah, for sure. So,
ladies, we love you, but you know, it's not always about the physical now. Of course, as men, we are, we are, you know, we are the male species. So obviously it's something that we definitely, you know, appreciate in you, but you know, we need some of that substance. We don't want you to tread that liability line. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everybody, man, something that one up, man, just be aware of them, ladies and gentlemen. It's okay to pinpoint them out. Even if you really feeling that person, I know it's tough when you that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. It's okay to spot it out, man. Shout out to the first topic, man.
That was a good one, man.
Oh yeah, I knew that was gonna be a good one. I appreciate everybody tapping into the show. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, man, your boys, the Maleroom Show is now on Spotify and iHeartRadio. Hey, Busy, man, tell them where they can find us on that joint, man.
Yo, there it is, right there. The Maleroom Show podcast, dog.
Yes, sir.
Hey, let me buzz the clues real quick, dog. Buzz the clues. The Maleroom Show podcast right there. That's what you're gonna look for. You can see us on Spotify, iHeartRadio. Spotify has the actual video to go with it. If you're not driving in your car, if you're driving in your car and you got it on Bluetooth or something like that in your car, it will go in car mode and you won't actually see the video. But on Spotify, it's both audio and video. On iHeartRadio, it's just the audio. You can see us on Spotify or listen to us on Spotify, iHeartRadio. We drop new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 in the morning. So,
yes, sir.
Just want to let you know that for sure. All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we just giving y'all more ways to holler at us, man. Make us part of your morning routine. You know what I mean?
You go.
So just, go ahead. Everything is at the Maleroom Show on Spotify and iHeartRadio. So go ahead and check your boys out, man. We appreciate it. We're gonna dive into the next topic of the evening.
Yes, sir.
Second topic of the evening, ladies and gents. Busy. Do men place value in hard work over character development? Do men place value in hard work over character development?
Oh man, you know, this is a tough one because
I was thinking about this one all week.
Yeah, me too. Because I had to look at myself. I had to do some introspective work here on myself, and I'm like, man, you know, I over the years, you know, I'm prone to many people would say that know me. I'm prone to work myself.
Yes, you do.
A little bit.
Sorry.
The yes, you do did not have to be. It was so real though, dog. Like,
I'm sorry, it was a knee-jerk reaction, bro. Sorry.
It was so real, dog. It was like that Sidney Poitier movie when the white man slapped him and he slapped him right back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was definitely a knee-jerk reaction.
Yo,
We tell you that. We tell you that all the time. Sit your ass down.
yeah, yeah, and so that's facts though. Dang, but I had to do some introspective work because I'm like, dang, let me think about this because I could say that there have been times in my life where I thought the hard work and the ethic of that would cover my character inefficiencies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would cover that. Like, I had to learn some things about myself. One of the things I had to learn about myself is the fact that I would tend to get in people's way. When we would have conversations and like people would have conversations with me and they would confide into me, and then I would just try to solve the issue for them. I would try to give them things to solve. And I'm like, you know what? I'm in the way. Let me move out the way because that ain't my place. You know what I'm saying? And even there's been times where I have had like my passion would get in the way, I'm so passionate about certain things, and then it'll come off as like I got an attitude or something like that. And it's like, it's not that, it's just that, but and I was drinking too a lot, so that didn't help.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie,
right.
I had a little joy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The joy juice turned you up.
The joy to the world in this mother. You know what I'm saying? I had a little joy in me, and we talking real talk, and I got the joy. Oh, nigga, But no,
happens to all of us, man.
It happens to all of us, man. But I had to really realize, like, dang, like, I think I'm leaving a bad taste in people's mouths. So I'm like, man, let me chill. You know what I'm saying? Let me figure that out. And then when I started unpacking that part of me, I started realizing where it stemmed from. And I'm like, okay, now I do not behave myself in that manner, And those are just a couple, we all have things we need to work on and things we need to, but it's hard to recognize it when you cover it up with so much other stuff. So like the value of the hard work thing was due to the fact that back years ago when I was married, it seemed like that would be an issue. And it's like, yo, I'm doing all I can do. And so I'm just working hard more to the point where it became a part of me. And I started missing out. I started avoiding these things over here or forgetting those things over here that I needed to work on that's actually more valuable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm being older man now, it's like, okay, balance. I know Jay talks about that a lot too in our show about having balance, and I concur with him. Like having a balanced life. You can have hard work and all that kind of stuff. Hard work is a great work ethic. Having a great work ethic is cool, but you got to have some character. You got to have some substance. You got to have some things that just in case, like what happens if your physical man is not able to do what he used to do, what happens after that, bro? Like you're going to just, you got to rely on some other things because you physically can't do certain things. And now you're snappy, you're upset because you think that the hard work define who you are, but you don't got no peace over here in the things that are intangible about you. So like what part do we need to work on? We love to go to the gym. We can exercise. We can do all of that kind of stuff. We can lift, all of that. But then the things that really define us, we just don't practice those things. We don't go in the gym about those things, And so I think that there have been times where we as men, I'm going to say as a collective, there are times where we as men have had that, work hard. It could be from any source. It could be from the fact that our women are telling us this. It could be from the fact that we broke and we don't want to be broke no more. It could be from the fact that we think all our value is in our hard work because society says that men just supposed to work. And I was having a conversation about this at work speaking of work, I was having a conversation with someone. I was like,
y'all see him?
Right at work, and I was saying to my coworker, I was like, America has made us the worker ants, and we are just all we do is work. And then when you really, really think about it, and I believe I said this on Maleroom After Dark, we was kind of joking around. I said, when you really think about this, you spend all day away from the place where you find the most peace.
Absolutely, yes, you do.
At home. You know what I'm saying? And then, and you know, you spend 8, 10, 12 hours away from your home, away from your family, away from your lady, away from your man, away from your kids, away from everything. And then by the time you get to the place where you're supposed to have peace, you got to go to sleep and wake up and do it all over again because you're too tired to give any type of attention to the thing that matters. And we do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then some people work Saturday, Sunday. Then don't let them throw that overtime on you. You become a little worker whore type. You know what I'm saying? Where you just hoeing after the money because your reward system is telling you to get that money. And you wake up with that type of motivation, but then you start lacking over here in other areas like your family, like yourself. I mean, when the last time you spent quality time with yourself, really thought about things, really took some time to reflect, like it's hard to even do that. So I think we as men, we do have a tendency to place the value in the hard work because that's what society pushes to. Like, it's not just the fact that we have it innately, but society is like, do it more. Then when you look at other societies, they don't even have as much as we have on the tangible side, but they got better family life. They got better personal life. It's more philosophers that come from India than America. You know what I'm saying? All these philosophers and stuff, they come from other countries. I got a guy right behind me, Krishnamurti, right there by the candles, his book. I got 2 of his books. He's from India. And he didn't have, a lot of money and stuff like that, but he had influence. And it depends on what you value. And I think here in America, for men, we value hard work so much, and they push us to keep working. So I think we do have a tendency to value it more than the character development. And then as we get older, we start realizing like, dang, I got all these things I got to work on. I didn't even realize that because I've been working so much. I didn't even realize that I had like some anger issues. I didn't realize that I had like some self-hate issues, or I didn't realize that I had some issues with my vulnerability. I didn't even realize vulnerability was supposed to be a part of my masculinity. I didn't even know that until you calm down, not work so much and not be so busy. And then you start realizing like, man, I need to work on my character. So I think we do sometimes have a tendency to place the value in hard work over the character development at times.
Man, yeah, absolutely. I agree with everything you said. And just for me to answer the question, yeah, I think we do. I'm just gonna go along. I'm just gonna go along with just kind of pinpoint some of the things you said, man. Because in particular, I was gonna say one of the things you said about the fact that when you work so hard, when you're out there, you're working so hard, you don't have the energy to do anything else. Which in turns, that's the exact same point that I was going to emphasize. And in turn, you don't even give yourself the opportunity to work on nothing else or be around other people. You know what I'm saying? And that definitely weighs on you. I remember when I was at the point when I was in between jobs for 3 years, and I was in between jobs. I was in a relationship, and I was trying to juggle all of it. And my mind was so focused on just trying to get out of my situation that I couldn't give all the energy to my relationship that I wanted to give. You know what I mean? I couldn't give all the energy. I couldn't give the proper energy to my friends that I wanted to give because I was so focused on what I had to do in order to get where I wanted to be. You know what I mean? So, and for a man to be focused on what he wants to do is an awesome thing.
Yeah.
For a man to be focused on progression, for a man to be focused on doing his best to get in the most stable and comfortable place he could be is an awesome thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to discredit anybody for doing that. But you definitely have to be careful of the burden you could be placing on yourself and without even realizing it. You know what I mean? Your attitude is going to change because you're working so hard. Your mental capacity, your mental states can change because you're working so hard.
You get moody.
Everything you have to do. Yep. And then next thing you know, man, and I'm telling you, bro, and then next thing you know, you out trying to have fun.
Yeah.
And you might get so drunk because you stressed out that you can't even enjoy the moment no more. Or you might be or you might be so upset that you had this bad day at work and like I really needed to get this done today so I can do this. And you are trying to have a good time and you snap on somebody because so you definitely gotta be careful with that. You know what I mean?
It's sleep deprivation, dog.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is. And it's the fact that as long as I keep, I mean, think about it, man. Think about the last time you got some rest, right?
Right.
And you were able to, some good sleep. You didn't have to get up too early, do your normal routine stuff. And you wake up and then you feel refreshed. And then right when you feel refreshed, about 3 or 4 hours into that refreshment, you start getting tired again.
Man.
You done worked over 40 hours the whole week. You are deprived of sleep because once you get off work, you don't go immediately to sleep. You still up doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to regain some type of solace with yourself. So you go out to a bar, you go just to get away from the crib, and you've been away from the crib all day. And you're still trying to get away from it again and just go out somewhere, be around some people, have a little drink here and there. And then all of a sudden you like, you ate old fashions in, bro. You know?
Yeah.
And then you like, damn, where my keys? Where my keys at? You know what I'm saying? Because you trying to escape the moodiness from working so much. And then when somebody be like, hey, what's wrong with you? You say nothing. That's what we do as men. We be like, nothing.
I'm good.
That's what we do. It be stuff wrong with you. We don't even talk to each other. Like we'll wait each other out, and then be like, we days later, and then we be like, man, it was just a lot going on. Then we start talking about it. But when there's something wrong right then, we don't say that. We be like, you good? Like, yeah, I'm good. And you be terrible. You be feeling empty inside. You be feeling all kind of stuff inside, and you're not good. You know what I'm saying? You just saying that to save face, or you just saying that because you routinely don't open up. And it's all because of the working, constantly working, man. And then again, the influence to keep working come from several different sources. It can come from society, it can come from, and even I'm gonna go spiritual on you, Rollo. Even at church. Your pastors out here that tell you a man don't work, don't eat. A man don't work, don't eat. And take that scripture and flip it all kind of several ways, like a gymnast. Flip that boy all kind of several ways. And it's like, dog, they want you to work there too. And they want you to be a part of the choir. And they want you to be a part of this. And they just want to work you at that too.
Exactly.
And pay your tithes on top of it and give offering.
Right.
And work more. You see what I'm saying? And it's just work everywhere. Even in the church, bro. It's like work, man, don't work, don't eat. And then they take that scripture out of context and then they just run with it.
Yep.
So now the men is in the church working. They become deacons, junior deacons. They become directors, musicians. They become part of Urshabird. You know what I'm saying? Urshabird. You know what I'm saying? They do all that kind of stuff. And then what it is though. See, this is the flip side of it.
While getting that word to make you feel that all of that is mandatory.
Exactly. And see, you got to remember now. I'm gonna flip this on you. I'm gonna go on the other side with you, right? That hard work, right? And then you meet a woman who praise you for the hard work, and she is the and then she don't even mean no harm. She's just impressed. She's impressed with the man that's focused, that's work driven, that's this. And then all of a sudden, you know what? You be like, I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna maintain that. I'm gonna maintain that part of me because she like it too, and I like her. She ain't like these other chicks, I'm just running through them, but I like her. I like this one. I like Keisha. Keisha, that's wifey right there. That's wifey right there. You know what I'm saying? Like your boy Terry Crews, that's wifey right there. And Keisha is impressed with your work ethic, and then then Keisha know, like, man, if I get with him, I know he ain't lazy. I know he gonna work. That's impressive to Keisha. And you like, yeah. And then that plays into your ego as a man. You like, yeah, I got this. And then, but what happens when you get moody and you sleepy, bro? And you're getting 4 hours of sleep a night. You got money in your pocket and all that kind of stuff, but you so much of a zombie, you can't even spend it.
Yep.
So you just buy random stuff from Amazon. You just be like, yo, let me get these clippers.
It's amazing how it all ties in, man.
It ties in like it's like interwoven.
And if you don't stop to think about it, it'll catch you up. I got caught up in it.
Yeah.
I got caught. Yeah, like I just said, man. I got caught up in it. It's scary, bro.
Yeah.
Because you get in that place, man. You really don't realize you're there until something happened.
Exactly.
until you snap on somebody, or until you you're so exhausted, you can't move.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to go help your mama. You're supposed to go help your mama do something, but you were so tired and you fell asleep and you ain't gonna help her.
Can't even help mom, dog.
It catch up out of nowhere, bro.
Out of nowhere, bro.
And you said the magic word, man, that we and particularly Jay says all the time on this show, man. You have to try to make it a point to find that balance.
Yeah, man.
To find that work-life balance, to find that work, just yourself balance, man. That me time that you need. I told you, man, I think that one of the best things that ever happened to me when I was really going through a lot was when I was living with my boy at the time. I had to leave there and go live with my grandma. And I just sat down. Like, okay, I'm back here. I'm back here for a reason. It's gonna be purposeful this time. I can't just keep just worrying about everything and worrying about getting this done and just overworking and doing all this to make sure I'm good. Obviously didn't work for me because I wasn't who I wanted to be.
Right.
I wasn't the person that I knew I could be. You know what I mean? So I just took it upon myself to sit myself down and reflect a little bit. Yeah, I would step out with y'all, step out with my boys and every now and then, but I made it a point to sit and think and reflect and not be so focused on the work.
Right.
Start being more focused on what I do have, start being more focused on my blessings, and started being more focused on the things that really matter. My friends, my family. You know what I'm saying? And you could lose it, man. You could really lose yourself in it.
Yeah, man, that's true.
Really
that's true, man. It's amazing because I mean, like I said, even like Wednesday, you know, I took a sick day. I just wasn't. I didn't feel like going into that work. But you know what I started doing? I started working on with us, like our stuff. And I just took, but you know what I did? I was like, you know, I'm gonna tell myself that I'm gonna do this up until like 3 o'clock. And then at 3 o'clock, I ain't gonna do it no more. I had to tell myself that, and I had to commit to that time, even if I wasn't completely done. I had to commit to 3 o'clock being the cutoff. So that way I can actually enjoy the rest of the day of the reason why I was off in the first place. And you know, because I know me, you know me, man. I go all the way until it be nighttime, and I'm still right here. You know, and I'm on some just wired craziness, dog.
I'm looking at my phone like that. He posted another clip. Like, go to sleep.
Right, exactly.
Like, I'd be going through my phone. It'd be a new clip every 5-10 minutes.
Exactly. And it's like, you know, I'd be like the shorts and stuff. I'd be trying to schedule it out and all that kind of stuff. But you know, and then just thinking about it, and like it's like even with, I mean, all of us, it's like you work and then you like, okay, let's record for the show. And sometimes you don't feel like recording, sometimes you do. You know what I'm saying? It's just but the work, and then it's like, okay, what's the mission in my work?
Yeah.
If the mission is greater than my own preference, if I'm the type of person to work for the mission, then you know, that's what I'll do, you know. And so sometimes we just, when it comes to our working hard thing, we work for ourselves. We'll go hard in the paint for Home Depot. We'll get them 14 hours because, you know, it's double time and it's, you know, it's going to be on your next check. And it's, you know, you're already getting, you know, $25 an hour. That's $50 an hour for the next 3-4 hours. You know, you'll work it because of the value you place in it, because you don't want to go back to being broke. You don't want to go back to being, if you was homeless. You don't want to go back to being any of that stuff. So it's like, it's still a lot to unpack with that hard work. And when it's interwoven the way it is with our women, with our society, with our families, I mean, they say it all the time. They be like, yo, he was a hard worker. He was a hard worker. He died at 61, at 58 from working.
Crazy.
From working, man. Do you know, like Martin Luther King Jr., right? When they did an autopsy on Martin Luther King Jr. and they looked at his heart, Martin Luther King Jr. died when he was assassinated at a young age. Okay. 39 years old. They said he had the heart of an 80-year-old man. That's crazy.
I remember hearing that. Yeah, I do remember.
that was legit fact. Like they literally documented that. Like his heart was working at the pace of an 80-year-old man at 39 years old. He was tired. That's why he told, I forgot who he told this to. I think he said this to Harry Belafonte. He said, man, I feel like I've led our people into a burning building.
Mm-hmm.
He was that tired, man. He was like, man, I don't think, he's like, man, maybe we got duped on this one. And I'm the leader of it, you know? And that the weight of that on him is just like, that's how much hard work is valued. You know what I'm saying? And we got to place that same value in our character development of who we are as a man, not just what we do, but who we are as a man.
Yeah. Find that balance, people. Fellas,
that's right.
Find that balance. Sir. Find that balance. It's going to be all right. You're going to make it. You're going to make it. Just find that balance, man. Great convo, my boy.
Yes, sir.
Again, we appreciate y'all for being here this evening. You see our boy, we missing our third part of the Trinity. Our boy JB couldn't make it this evening, but we holding it down for boy JB. We got you, my guy. We got you,
yes, sir.
Boy. Again, shout out to everybody that's here. And again, one more time, man. I'm about to plug it one more time. You see, we are now on Spotify and iHeartRadio, man.
Sir.
Yes. Make sure y'all check us out. Put us in your daily rotation in the morning. Everything is at the Maleroom Show on both of those platforms. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Busy. What time is
it?
You know what time it is? You know what time it is?
Oh, it's time.
It's time for the feature topic of the week. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is time for the feature topic of the week, man. Y'all seen the thumbnail, so we about to dive right into it. The feature topic of the week, ladies and gents. Should we be more picky or lenient after failed dating? Should
I'm
we
gonna
be more
take
picky
the ticker off.
or more lenient after failed dating?
Ooh,
this is a good one.
Let me ask you a question, dog. Let me ask you a question, right? Because I got a question for you, bro. After you know, we've all experienced some failed dates, right? I mean, we just mentioned. Yeah, okay.
You just mentioned one. Yeah.
Exactly. So how did you navigate after that? I'm talking about on a, like, let's say for instance, have you ever had failed dates like on consistently, like maybe 2 or 3 just in a row that just didn't pan out, or maybe 2?
I had it 2 or I normally not in a row. Nah.
Yeah, okay. Because like, what was the adjustment like? You know what I'm saying? I think that's the question I have. Like, what was the adjustment?
I'm about to be 100% honest. If I have a bad date, it make me fall back for a little minute.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We just talking about we just talking about liabilities, bro.
Yeah.
It's not to like saying like I don't go on dates. I don't go on dates unless I got like $300 or $400 to blow.
Okay,
so,
right.
You know, so just know whenever I go on a date, that's what I have to spend so we can have a good time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spend it if I'm on the date. And if the date is bad, I'm chilling for a minute, bro.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Hey, dog, that liability was like, hold on.
Yeah, I'm
150. For that, we're gonna invest. We're gonna get some reciprocation back.
Yeah, so I think that's why I don't have them consistently in a row, because I chill for a minute.
You got gap. Look, I ain't gonna lie, dog. The same here, right? So like, I'm gonna be real. Like when my divorce was leading up to being finalized.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I had weight loss surgery in September of 2015, right? So I was leading up to that, you know what I'm saying? And I was already in that summertime of that year, I was always talking a little something. You feel me? All right. But after that whole situation where it's finalized, my weight loss surgery, all that kind of stuff, and that was popping, bruh. The spree that I went on, you know, it wasn't nothing failing. I was having success. Right. Okay. After success. But then when I got tired, right, and then I ran into a situation that was just diabolical. All right. I ain't gonna get into no details, but the people that's close to me know when I ran into that situation, diabolical, that it had me diabolical for about 6 months. And I was like, oh, And then after a while, I just started having like emptiness after emptiness. Like when it come to dating, I'm like, man, I don't think I can do this. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, I didn't get picky or lenient, but I did get more observant.
Okay.
I got more observant. Now, would that be picky? Maybe. If I could use the word observant for picky, I guess I was. But because of the fact that there was a particular fit that I was looking for now that I was working on myself and really getting myself together, like intentionally. Once I got to that point, I'm like, man, no, Brussels sprouts, squash, no, no, I don't like it. No, no, this, I was starting to do that because of the fact that where I'm at now, it's like I don't think, because I know where I'm at now is like I'm really getting to know me on a level that was a little bit without having people around, without having a woman around. So I'm really getting to know me. So I like being alone. I like being by myself. I like, I started, I like to work. I like to this, like we just talked about. And then, people, even when I was talking to women would be like, "Yeah, you always working. Do you do anything for fun?" I'm like, "Yeah, work." And I be to myself. And I don't bother nobody. Yes. It's fun as hell.
Yeah, I have fun. I work.
Work. Ski. I work.
Right.
Ski. Woo. Woo. You know what I'm saying? Like I work. And I don't be in no business. I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I think now to answer the question, should you be more picky or lenient after dating? I think there should be. If I had to pick between these two, I would pick a little bit more on the lenient side. And the reason why is because of the fact that you got to remember where you were at and you needed some grace and some patience from someone else. Even in your failed attempts over and over again, you still had to either give yourself this grace and patience, or someone gave it to you for you to get you together and all that. Sometimes, man, you gotta just give people, let people do what they need to do. Remember, I was talking about getting people away. Sometimes it's like, yeah, being picky relates to, for me, when I hear picky, I hear entitlement. When I hear picky. When I hear lenient, I hear more of an understanding approach. And I think that's one of the things that's missing in the dating culture, is that we don't have an understanding approach to dates. We just want what we want now. Like we want what we feel like entitled to because we've had failed dates and now we know our worth. And sis, I know who I am. I'm a queen, And now you feel like everybody deserves to treat you like the way you see yourself. And it's like, okay, even if that's the case, you couldn't give a little bit more grace on that though. Like you can't be understanding of the fact that somebody may not be where you at or whatever the case, instead of having this entitlement approach. So I think if in this dating culture, there has to be a level of leniency, understanding a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because again, with the picky thing don't always have the best return on investment. It don't always have the best result. Like you could be picky. That's a lot of picky people by themselves. And because really they want to be by themselves. They want to have this fun. They want to be by themselves. But then when it's time to date somebody, they like, okay, he or she got to have this, got to have that preference list thing, that over the top preference list that is just like, yo, man, you can't even get a chance to really connect with somebody because they just over the top with their standards, with their preference list. So I think being lenient a little bit after failed dating, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, that, like you said, you took that time and chilled, you be chilling in between that. You're like, okay, let me take the gap of time and let me see what's going on with me too. Make sure that make sure I'm on point. That's that grace, that's that leniency I'm talking about, and then, be a little bit more lenient in that space. You know what I'm saying? Be more understanding. Don't be thinking about past dates you had and be like, they didn't give what they supposed to have gave, like what? It's a date.
Right.
What was they supposed to be giving you? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you only went on a date once or twice with this person, and you automatically shut them off. It's like that kind of thing. That's the picky part. I think the leniency is a little bit more, would be a better approach, in my opinion.
Man, this was a really good. I'm glad that this was a really good topic that we came up with, man. You tried to do something interesting a minute ago while you were speaking. You tried to kind of correlate picky and observant.
Yeah.
As you were talking, I was thinking as well, like, I think they can go hand in hand to a certain extent. Because I think once you observe something that you're not really into, you're not going to pick it. So they can go hand in hand. I think where it becomes a problem is kind of what you just said a minute ago. If your observation causes you to make a shallow type of decision.
Yeah, like entitlement type.
Like exactly, that's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah,
I just want to point that out. So I do think they can kind of go hand in hand. It's not like exactly parallel, but there's an instance where it can go hand in hand. Man, bro, for me to answer this question, because how you just explained with the leniency definitely makes sense. Man,
it's tough, ain't it, dog?
I think you should be a little more picky, and this is what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
This is what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna go back to the observation and I'm just talking about myself, because once I observe that, okay, this date was bad.
Yeah,
this date was bad, and I do, and like I'll take that time to reflect, and before I get interested in another female that I know I want to ask out on the date, I definitely think about my last one, obviously. And if I sense anything that can happen, because I talk to female, I'm gonna talk to a woman at least a week and a half, 2 weeks before I even ask her out.
Right.
So in that time we talking, I'm listening to conversation, I'm analyzing your energy, I'm analyzing your mood. So if I'm talking to a chick, a new female, a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I don't even sense that at first, where the conversation is good. I'm observing that, so I'm not going to pick you.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Like and my bro, you know me. I'm not a shallow person. I'm very easygoing. Like once you really get to know me, I'm one of the coolest people in the world. But this is kind of where. This is kind of, I feel bad saying it because it's not really my mindset on a daily basis. But I think you got to be a little picky after a failed date.
Yeah, I feel you though, but see, that's why there's no wrong answer to this, really.
Yeah,
because again, this is like I said, after my divorce years ago, like I went into the observant, picky stage or whatever, where I was like, nah. I was just on my, my little tour. But when it was when you get to the point where you like, okay, you know what you want, you done did some work, it's like, okay, now it's time for me to, like you said, be observant and like, okay, this right here, I ain't really feeling this. And it's like, boom. Like picky, like a picky eater. A picky eater is someone that is never satisfied.
Right.
And I think there's multiple definitions of picky. Yeah. So we're not talking about that type of picky where it's like you're never satisfied. Nothing that anyone does is going to be good enough. Okay, well then do it for yourself.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that level of picky. We're talking about the picky that's like particular, that's very intentional. Like, I don't like that. Like, the date was great, but that right there was like, ugh.
Right, yeah, that.
You know what I mean? Like, dang, I can't. It was all good. It was all good until that happened right there.
Yeah.
And it's like, because that might be that's the thing that you might place the value in. You know what I'm saying? And you had a failed date that happened because of that, and now that person give you the same thing, but all the other energy is cool, but that thing showed up. You're like, dog, I want to keep rocking with you, but that right there is going to be a problem, And so my thing is like, okay, after you be observant, Are you gonna be lenient enough to be open to another date with someone else? Are you gonna be, you see what I'm saying? Or are you gonna be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna hit him? Are you gonna hit the world with the, you know what? All women think like this, all men think like this. This is why I don't date y'all, because are you gonna, what energy you gonna give it now? The date
This is where the
failed.
barriers.
Okay.
This is where the barriers come between men and women.
Exactly. This is where it gets real ugly between us, because it's like, so the date included you, right? So if the date failed,
right?
If the date failed, you failed along with the date, right? Like
we failed together.
If we failed together, it's possible. It's possible that you had something to do with this failed date. So now, after that failed date, are you going to just like not have dates anymore? Are you going to be lenient, or are you going to be more entitled, picky, that level? Like, are you going to do that, or are you going to be picky in a more healthy way, where it's like, okay, I'm gonna be observant, I'm gonna give it a fair shake. All right, I'm gonna give it a fair shake, and I'm even out the playing field. If it doesn't work, then it just doesn't work. We can leave peacefully and amicably. But if not, then hey, I'm gonna have to remove, lose my number. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it gets too crazy. But if you are in a place where it's like, all right, I can, I don't mind being open to another date. I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? Because again, if you're in the dating culture heavy like that, a lot of people in the dating culture are picky.
Yeah.
And you know what's so funny about the picky people? The people be so picky with certain things, but they do what you said, Rollo, last week. They start making the ifs.
Yeah.
They be like, you picky, but at the same time, you're making an excuse for dealing with something else, even though the substance is not there. Now because you're being picky about it.
In that state of mind, they want one of these dating scenarios to work out so bad.
Well, it better work.
That it better work. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and tail off on some of my expectations of what I hope happens. And settle for that. And then it turns into a revolving door bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's all bad.
Like, remember old girl that had she said the coffee dates was beneath her or whatever.
Right.
And that's picky. See, that's that level of picky.
That's the level of picky.
Remember what she said in that video? She was like, I directed him to what I wanted him to do, but I did it in a nice way. That's not cool, man. He wanted to take you off of coffee. You like, boo boo. We don't do coffee dates over here. No, we got more value than this. I told you before, I don't do coffee dates, but I do. I love Italian. But and then he took her to her restaurant of choice, and he didn't even realize, even in that text that she showed in that video, he didn't even realize that he got moved into doing something that he really didn't intend to do in the first place. And a picky person like her will do that to somebody. Like, they will make them do what they want, what she wants them to do. She'll move you to do it, and she'll do it in a way that's like a nice, nasty type of way. And then when you take her out, you spending all the money, you doing all the work on that end, and then she want to be entertained as well. She want to be talked to in a certain way. She want intellectual conversation. She wants you to be a politician, a scientist, a thug, a poet. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wants you to be all these things, and it's like, yo, I mean, she's not gonna do nothing. But she, you know what I'm saying? That's that level of picky is like, man, nah. That's the entitlement part. That is not cool. But if you're just being observant, if you're just being observant and you want to make sure like none of this, like, you want to make sure that you fit with someone and none of this other stuff is in the way, then I mean, by all means, like you said, Rollo, that what you said about being picky was on point. Like, you're not being entitled, but you like, that right there though.
Like, I don't know. I don't know.
You was doing real good until you did. You
know, everybody tuned into this podcast and had that moment. Like,
hey, put a one in the live chat if y'all done have some experiences like that. You feel me? You like, oh, darn. You start talking with the teeth close together, like, I can't believe I just did it.
How lenient are you willing to be on the date that's going bad?
Oh, see, that's a good question. I don't know. Because, see, girl, like I talked about the example I gave, it was a quick date. It was super fast. It was like it was a probably, I mean, barring the food part, like getting the dinner and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't even finish my whole meal, bro. I'm telling you, like how it went.
Really?
Right?
That's bad.
Yo, dude, I didn't even finish the whole meal. I'm gonna say the date was about maybe 40 minutes.
Damn, really?
Yeah. Like as soon as the food came, we ate a little bit. I was like, yo, let me use the restroom real quick. I use the restroom
for the food.
Exactly, bro. I mean, it was not even a good dinner date can be like an hour and a half because you just passing the time, you talking, enjoying each other.
Yeah.
You'll lose track of time. It's 7 o'clock. It'll be about 8:15 by the time y'all get done. You know what I'm saying? Because you're enjoying each other. This, nah, bro. I was out. I wasn't as lenient with that one because of the fact that she tried to look. I know you was a side piece for a husband. I've been married before. Okay, right. That's number one. And you sound like you was a side piece waiting on this man to leave his wife, and he didn't. Wow. Now you out here keep sweating it up. You know what I'm saying? Who can love you like me? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? You doing that. You doing that. So I'm like, no. And then you lied. Like you embellished the whole story. Nothing was making sense of the story. No dots was connected. Like you a liar. So that's why
40 minutes.
I mean 40 minute dog or 40 minute date, bro.
That has to be the quickest date I've ever heard of, bro.
It was about 40 minutes, bro. And I'm like, man, this chick is on some bull, dog. Like straight up.
That's
straight
wild.
Up on some bull. We was talking about, past relationships and stuff like that. She mentioned that and she was harboring on that story for a minute. I'm like, this story is not adding up, dog. It just don't make sense. Excuse me, I have to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Went to the restroom and I coached myself and said, look, man, it's time to go. I looked in the mirror. I said, you gotta go, boy.
You have to hype yourself up. Hype yourself up to leave.
You gotta go. Paid for the meal. Just go, bro. I was like that. And I left, man. I was like, look, I left. It was all good. I told the waitress to bring the check. I'm gonna pay for it. I paid and everything. Because again, I knew. Look, if you lying off rip, I ain't got time.
Yeah,
I don't have time. So I'm like, you know what? I didn't show no leniency on that date. You know what I'm saying? So my leniency came before I even did it because I'm like, I'm open to the idea. But during, nah, bro.
Man, I've had to be very lenient. I remember an experience I had in particular, and a part of me felt me, and this was like this is probably my mid-20s. A big part of me felt like me and this female weren't really gonna click. Okay. She was like I was very attracted to, so I had to make it work, man. We were out. I think we went to eat, and then she was from this was when I was living like in Southfield, and she was on the east side. So she came out and kicked it. We got a hotel room just so she wouldn't have to. At the time, I was living with family, so we got a hotel room, and so we got a hotel room so she can kick it. But like, it got so weird because she started to annoy me. Like just her person, that like I don't know, like she just got annoying, and I don't. This was only like our second time hanging out. You know what I mean? So she got annoying, bro, like irritating my spirit to where like we got it, like it was like a bipolar thing. Like we would, like she would say something smart to me, and like I'm not a confrontational person, bro. You know that.
Yeah.
To this day, like ever since I've been a kid, I'm not a big confrontational person. So when I get hit with something that makes me uncomfortable like that, like I get kind of quiet, and then I just try to see if it'll level out. But bro, that was the most uncomfortable thing. Like we're in this hotel room, like we're not about to leave because I'm not about to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to take you back to your car so you can leave. We're here now. But like she just started irritating me, just how she was talking. I don't know. I think the liquor just might have got her a little turned, and she forgot who the hell she was talking to.
She was on the
and
joy.
So, like I had to sit in there, and I tried to make the best of the night. So I think my leniency level on a bad date is still to that point. But the only thing is now I'm observant, so I try not to put myself in that situation. I try not to put myself in that situation.
Exactly, dog. Exactly.
So I try not to get back in that type of situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I asked you that because I had an experience with being on a bad date and how lenient you should be. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Especially like brothers like us, man, because we're not confrontational. We don't want to have no problems. We
No, we
definitely
don't want
not
no
going.
beef.
We
No,
definitely
we want
not
to have
going
a
to
good time.
Yeah, we definitely not going to disrespect no women out in
Right.
public. You know,
Right.
I was raised by my mother, so I know better than that. So
Right.
it's crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy,
I think the just to sum it up, man, I think that after you have a failed date, being lenient is like being open to another one, but like take your time, like how you said, Rollo, you know, you took your time with it. Like you wasn't rushing anything. You wasn't like, yo, let me get another date, you know, like, let me do it real quick. You know, it was like, let me take my time, you know, let me see what's up with me. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where I'm at. Let me reevaluate. Let me do a little huddle. Let me reevaluate, see where I'm at, and then just go from there. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a good approach. Yeah, because
I take weeks after a bad day, bro. Like
yeah, exactly.
I'll be out the game for real, man.
Exactly.
Those times I was calling y'all, like, hey, what we got to like, it was like a month straight. Like I was, I ain't on no dates.
Exactly,
I'm about to kick it with
exactly,
my
dog. Exactly, dog. Exactly, man.
Man, shout out to the show today, man. Great show, my guy.
Show, man.
We appreciate all y'all for tapping into the Maleroom show as always. Thank y'all so much, man. Shout out to my brother Busy, and y'all know our boy JB couldn't make it tonight. So JB, hope we held it down for you, my guy. Obviously, man, thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all hit us up on all of our social media platforms. Everything at the Maleroom Network. Yes, we are now on TikTok. Y'all know what it is. We are now on TikTok, man. Everything at the Maleroom Network, and of course, like, comment, and subscribe to the Maleroom Network on YouTube. And y'all see it down there. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. The Maleroom Show is on Spotify, iHeartRadio. Y'all know what it is, man. Everything is at the Maleroom Show on those platforms, man. So just thank y'all so much for the continued support, man. We are flying through this season, man. It's been so dope, man. It's been so dope, and we're gonna keep it moving to the end, man. Busy, what you got for them?
Hey, man, as always, I love everybody, man. Thank you all so much for the support, for the love, with our shorts, with our clips, with the show, with live shows, with Spotify, iHeartRadio. It's been dope, man. We almost at 100 plays already. You know what I'm saying? We getting close and close and close to that, man. We got some listeners, some people that's coming through. Hey, do us a favor and follow us on Spotify, man. Hit the notification bell. Also on iHeartRadio, so you can be notified of all the new shows. Hey, man, and Coffee Conversations coming soon. You know what I'm saying? We will be announcing that further on down the line, but we are enjoying season 3 of the Maleroom Show. Indeed. And we got the podcast rolling, man. We're doing great, man. I appreciate the fellas, man. I appreciate everybody, man. We put in hard work for this, dog.
Man, so we work.
I love this, man. I love this.
Y'all, make sure y'all hit us up on our email, the maleroom313@yahoo.com. If you wanna send us a clip, a video, anything that you might want to see discussed on any of our shows, man, please send us an email. Or if you just wanted to say, "What's up, fellas, man? We appreciate what y'all do. We love that too." So just hit us up, and we love and appreciate y'all, man. And we will holler at y'all next week on the Maleroom Show, man. Peace.
Peace.